All right. England Premier League predictions, Game Week 24. Earlier this morning, I made a promise and told you I will be sharing you my detailed analysis for England Game Week 24, giving you my thoughts on every single game, and giving you an exclusive, detailed analysis on all the 10 games, 10 matches we have lined up for today. So let us get trolling because time is of the importance, all right? First and foremost, we begin by going through the standings, all right? At this very point you go through the standings, you realize that it is still, what I'm going to say, from my point of view, what I think, it's still an open race. It's still an open title race. I mean, there is a lot that is going to change. We're just in Game Week 24 at the moment. So I'm not going to say that this is the final, we can't say that Liverpool are going to take it easy. No. First and foremost, let us go through these games. Arsenal, Manchester City. This is a game of importance to me in this game week. When I view this game, I will say it is the game of the week, match of the week, due to what both teams are competing for. They are in the title race. There's a lot at stake in this game. View Arsenal, you realize that they are playing at home, and this gives them an advantage. At the same time, they have been performing. At the same time, they have what it takes to win. Look at Manchester City. In the last 2 games they have played, they have proven that indeed they are still the City we know, and we can expect something positive from them. And coupled with their tactical prowess in this game, it's not going to be an easy game to determine, okay, it's supposed to go in favor of Arsenal, in favor of Manchester City. That is a game that we must take note of. The second game is Liverpool versus Bournemouth, or Bournemouth versus Liverpool, because Bournemouth plays at home. When you view this game, what you must take note of is the fact that Bournemouth has been surprisingly solid at home so far this season, and they've performed well. And looking at Liverpool, they have what it takes to score. The players who are going to score, we have them. Mohamed Salah, Gakpo. So there is a lot. And so far, the results they have shown, only losing, in fact, they're unbeaten away. Yeah. They are the only unbeaten team away in the Premier League so far. So using that in this game, I'm expecting it to be an interesting match. Bournemouth have what it takes. Liverpool have what it takes. Talk about Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. When I view this game, I will say it is kind of a game that is open. Both teams are unpredictable. You can't really say that Nottingham Forest are going to be taking it all. You can't really write off Brighton at the moment. But at the end of the day, I still expect Nottingham Forest to be able to exploit the defensive lapses that have existed in Brighton's side and get a win or even score plenty goals. All right? Again, another match I want us to talk about is Ipswich versus Southampton. When I view this game, it is a game that is critical. We are traveling to the relegation. We are traveling to the bottom of England Premier League. The last 2 teams, Nottingham Forest, it's Ipswich versus Southampton. Ipswich, they sit 19th with 16 points. Southampton, they sit 20th with 6 points. So if Ipswich are to win in this game, then they are going to take themselves out of the danger zone, climb 17th, and be in a spot whereby they are able to say that, okay, we are now finally getting away from the relegation spot. So it's another game that is important. Another match that is also of interest is Brentford versus Tottenham. Recently, Tottenham have proven that they are consistently inconsistent with their results, all right? We can't rely on Tottenham to get points or win games. And when we view Brentford have got players who are able to capitalize on such consistent inconsistencies from Tottenham and get us the results. We're also talking about home advantage. So this is another game we must take note of, all right? And finally, we have Newcastle versus Fulham. Another game we must take note of, all right? Newcastle, they have got the attack. And when we view Fulham, they have shown that they can be surprising, especially if they defend well. So it's another game we must take care of this very game week. So brothers and sisters, let us now get into the section where we are talking about all the 10 games, giving our predictions, what we are betting on, what the prediction is, and what the value bet is, call, and all those things. I'm gonna share them right now with you. And the first game is Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. Talking about this game, Forest, I expect them to be able to use their set-piece mastery to clinch victory over Brighton in this game. And remember, they are playing at home, and they have got the resilience when they are playing at home. So I'm expecting them to win by a scoreline of 2-1. So backing my prediction, which is going to be Nottingham Forest to win on the scoreline, I can confidently say that, brothers, Nottingham Forest, Brighton, prediction is Nottingham Forest to win, and we are expecting them to be able to get that. The very least, maybe a draw, but they have what it takes to win. Our third game not our third game, our other match is Bournemouth versus Liverpool. When we view this game, Bournemouth versus Liverpool, Liverpool are favored to win the game, right? At the same time, Bournemouth has the potential to make this game a difficult game for Liverpool. So I'm expecting Liverpool to clinch a narrow victory. 2 Liverpool, Bournemouth, 1 goal. But because I understand the nature of this game and how easy it is for it to go either way, our prediction in this match is going to be over 2.5 goals. And that is what we are predicting for the Liverpool game. Then we have Everton versus Leicester coming in next. When we view this game, what we must realize is the fact that Leicester could surprise us with a counter-attack, but Everton's home form suggests a draw is likely in this game. So I'm going to keep it simple and short. My scoreline prediction for Everton versus Leicester is 1-1. In terms of what we are betting on, I'm going to leave that up to you. In the comment section, let me know exactly what we are supposed to bet on. We are talking about Everton versus Leicester. What are we supposed to bet on? In the comment section, let me know. The other match, which is the fourth game, is Ipswich versus Southampton, all right? When we view the game, one thing you must take note of is Southampton has shown vulnerability, conceding goals without shame. Yeah? They are good at conceding goals, right? I'm expecting Ipswich to capitalize on these and get goals that are going to give them victory. So Ipswich with a score line of 2-1, so that is Ipswich 2, Southampton 1, and my prediction is Ipswich to win at home. That is the prediction. Then we have Newcastle coming up against Fulham. When I view the game, Fulham could frustrate Newcastle with their counter-attacks, but an upset seems less likely given the fact that Newcastle at home, they have scored plenty goals and their goal averages per game is incredibly amazing. They average roughly 2 to 3 goals per game they're playing at home. So in terms of scoreline, I expect Newcastle to win the game by 3 goals, Fulham to get 1, right? So prediction, Newcastle Asian handicap -1. They are supposed to cover the margin, yeah? Then we have Wolves playing Aston Villa. In this very game, when I talk about Wolves versus Aston Villa, Wolves have the capability to make it a tight game too. But one thing is the fact that Villa's form at the moment is suggesting otherwise. And Aston Villa getting a win out of this game is one thing I do not want to ignore. I do not want to ignore this because at the moment, given the fact that they're also unbeaten in their last 5 Premier League games, I'm expecting them to build on that and get some positive results out of this game. So my prediction is Wolves 1 and Aston Villa 2 goals. If we are betting, my prediction is Aston Villa to win in this game. Then we have Brentford versus Tottenham. Remember we talked about this game, right? Brentford are gonna make it a must utilize game for them. Yeah, they must get a point out of these. I strongly believe that. So, draw is my scoreline prediction. Or if things are to be favorable, then Brentford, of course, are going to get the win. But in no scenario am I expecting Tottenham to be able to win the game. So my prediction is Brentford 2, Tottenham 2. And what we're betting on, what we are predicting is Brentford win or draw, considering Tottenham's inconsistencies at the moment. Then we have Manchester United playing Palace, another interesting game, another wonderful game that I'm going to leave it open, all right? My scoreline is I'm going for a draw of 1-1 in the Manchester United versus a Palace game. Palace's recent performance suggests that they have what it takes to make it a tight, low-scoring game, especially given the fact that this is a match in which it's gonna be, as the bookies have priced the Manchester United vs Palace game, you realize it's a game that has the potential of registering a draw. At the same time, you realize that it has the potential of registering both teams to score. And that is due to the fact that when you go through the head-to-head records and you view the Premier League standing, you realize these teams, they are not way much different in terms of performance at the moment. In terms of goals scored, they are at the same point. In terms of goals conceded, they are at the same point, yeah? And in terms of their head-to-head record, we also realize that Crystal Palace has been able to dominate in the last 3 head-to-head matches between Manchester United and Crystal Palace. So that is why I am going for 1-1 draw. At the same time, we must realize that under the last few games by Manchester United under Amorim have shown that they are improving. And so we are not writing them off completely. That is why we are going for 1-1 draw. So in the comment section, I'm leaving this an open game. Let me know exactly what you think the prediction we are supposed to tell in Manchester United vs Palace game is. Then we have Arsenal versus Manchester City. My game of the week. My game of the weekend. I view this game and I strongly feel that a draw is what we are supposed to be riding on, right? A draw is what we are supposed to be expecting. Both teams are going to score. That is not a lie. And Arsenal, of course, they're playing at home, yeah? We expect them to get many goals. And City, they're playing away. And we've known City so well, yeah? You guys have seen City play, yeah? And when we view this game, for example, Arsenal versus Manchester City, go through the head-to-head records. The last head-to-head game they played ended with a scoreline of 2-2. We had a 0-0 draw before that. So it is a game in which a draw is likely. And today, I'm siding with a 2-2 scoreline in this game. But my prediction will be on over 2.5 goals. I'm expecting either of the teams to show up and give us the goals. If one of them decides not to show up and give us the goals, then one of the teams is going to deliver the goals. Remember, both teams have the attack that is needed to win in this game. So we are confident with that. Then we have our last game that plays on Monday, Chelsea versus West Ham. Talking about this game, West Ham got the quality to make this a tough game from Chelsea. But Chelsea performance this season so far, even though they dropped and they have gotten away from the title race, I still believe in Chelsea, and I still count that Chelsea has what it takes to win. So I'm expecting them to be in a position to win. These guys are youthful and energetic, and in such matches, I expect them to capitalize such a game. So Chelsea 2, that is my scoreline. Of course, they might even go and get 3 goals, and West Ham to get 1 goal. In terms of prediction, I'm confidently betting on Chelsea win. So those are my predictions for the 10 games. Remember, there are 2 matches. You're supposed to give me your prediction in the comment section. What do you think exactly is going to be the scoreline in these games? So overall, let me refresh. Overall, I have selected 7 games that we are going to be using to form our accumulator. But before that, I promise to share you the value bets by the end of the video. When we talk about value bets, these are teams that are underdogs and we expect them to perform as expected. They're those teams that are going to register some surprise package. The good thing, both of them are playing today, Saturday. We will know our results by night. Nottingham Forest, Brighton. I expect Nottingham Forest to win with a scoreline, with an odd of 2.599. Ipswich versus Southampton. I expect Ipswich to win by an odd of 2.068. These two matches give us an odd of 5.292. And that is just the first section of the value bets. In the second section of the value bets, we are going for teams that have proven that they have what it takes to deliver over 2.5 goals or high-scoring games. These are matches that have shown me, when I was going through my analysis, that they are going to end in plenty goals, given both teams have the attacking capabilities and they have players who are going to score these goals. So Bournemouth versus Liverpool is the first game. Over 2.5 goals, the odd is 1.40. I expect plenty goals in this game. Arsenal versus Manchester City. I expect plenty goals in this game. Over 2.5 goals. These two games give us an odd of 2.497. So these are the two selections that I'm going to term as value bets. Now finally, I'm going to give you a wrapped up prediction of all the 10 matches. The first game is Nottingham Forest playing Brighton, and I'm expecting Nottingham Forest to win. Bournemouth Liverpool over 2.5 goals. Ipswich versus Southampton, Ipswich win. Wolves versus Aston Villa win. Brentford versus Tottenham, Brentford win or draw. Arsenal versus Manchester City, over 2.5 goals. Chelsea versus West Ham, Chelsea win. There are 7 events. There are supposed to be 10 events. The 3 events that I have not predicted, or the 3 matches that I have not predicted, in the comment section, please, let me know what you are going to be betting on. So brothers and sisters, that wraps up our prediction and my detailed analysis of Game Week 24 England Premier League. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you success. Use the information intelligently. I took my time. So much positive with the games that we have analyzed, and I'm expecting nothing but the best. Don't forget to join us inside Telegram. There are plenty analysis shared over there, and I'll be sharing you more games, all right? Take care. Goodbye. Good luck. The service is adjourned.